I grew up in a single-parent home. My father died actually before I was born, and my mom raised me and my brother. She was a newspaper reporter. And picture with a Camel cigarette hanging out one lip, a cup of coffee in one hand, and typing furiously with the other, you know, because she was always meeting a deadline. And she had one of those old Underwood typewriters. Bam, 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 bam. You know, it was the sound of my childhood, basically.
I had a very emotionally distant father and a mother who tried to organize everything for everybody because of the lack of the emotionally distant father who provided but he simply wasn't there. And the contrast between her busyness and his withdrawal made great grounds for a therapist. You know, I was either going to figure this out or just go crazy.
I was in California and I was giving a lecture and at a graduate school where a whole bunch of people were getting their Ph.D.s, and I saw the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life, and I immediately, during one of the breaks, went over and started talking to her.
We actually had one of those across a crowded room experiences when we met. We recognized each other, and that recognition really sparked all of these different discoveries that we've been exploring over the last 25 years.
We made a commitment, though, a really solemn commitment to inventing a new kind of relationship that ran on positive energy, that didn't have to have fighting and criticism and all of those kinds of things that we'd both learned growing up.
People really can create the relationships that they want. It's not a big mysterious thing, and it's not something that some people can have but not others. If people practice and make these shifts day by day, they can grow the relationship they want. And I'm absolutely convinced of that, and I really want everybody to know that.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. What a great looking crowd.
Yeah. Wonderful energy. Well, thank you so much for inviting us to be with you, and we're here to work with you and talk with you about our very favorite subject, and just about every human being's very favorite subject, how to create more lasting love in your life.
You know, wherever we go in the world, this is what people are talking about, whether we're in airports or restaurants. People are going, well, and then I said, and then he said, and then now I don't know what to do. And people are talking about their relationships. And gosh, for 25 years now or more, we've been really passionate about how can we create relationships that not only work, but that are actually thriving. Relationships that allow us each to grow and to continue growing throughout our lives and throughout our relationship.
One of the things that I've always felt it was strange is that, for example, I went all the way through school, first grade through 12th grade, college, without ever having one single course or even an hour's instruction about how to be in relationships. You know, all of the things that have caused me personally problems in my relationships, like being out of touch with my feelings, not knowing when I was angry, when I was sad, when I was scared, not knowing how to speak authentically to another person. All of those things would probably be able to be trained up in a couple of hours at least. And,
You'd think,
yeah. And I remember spending so many hours when I was in elementary school, you know, like memorizing the capitals of the South American countries, you know, and
really
and memorizing
useful information.
Yeah, memorizing the capitals of the state capitals. I remember my granddad just spending hours with me, making sure I knew Helena, Montana, you know, and Pierre, South Dakota. But I've never had anybody in my life look at me and say, "I'm going to leave you. You don't know La Paz, Bolivia," you know, and